Hey guys, what's going on? This is John from Friends of Your Benefits. Look, it's open enrollment season and I have a little confession to make. So recently, I haven't been too happy with how my smile's been looking, so I decided to take the plunge and I decided to do the Invisalign treatment for my teeth. So today we're going to go through a tip on how you could save potentially up to 50% on your Invisalign treatment, and then I'm going to show you another tip how you could potentially save more. Stay tuned. So first, a little backstory on my Invisalign journey. So back when I was a teenager, I had the old school metal braces, right? And I was probably one of the worst orthodontia patients out there. I probably broke every metal bracket in my mouth. I definitely broke the wire many times. And when I was in high school, I definitely enjoyed shooting the rubber bands across from class. Definitely. So about 3.5 years later, I get done with my orthodontia, and the orthodontist says, "Hey, John, it's time for a retainer." So I get the retainer, put it in my mouth. Great. I go to school the next week. I eat food at the cafeteria. I take the retainer out. I put it down. I put it in a napkin. And of course, I throw it out. My parents are definitely really pissed. So I get the second retainer and all is good. I end up wearing it till I'm about 30. And I say, hey, I really don't need this anymore. Time to move on. So, of course, time marches on. And as time marches on, I notice that my smile isn't as straight as it once was. And I'm no longer happy with how things are looking. I hear about Invisalign in the marketplace and I'm like, hey, that's going to be super, super expensive. Whatever, John, you don't need it. What I found out last year during open enrollment is that my company does offer me an option to actually do adult orthodontia. And about 50% of the companies out there actually do provide that to their employees. And little tip to employers out there, this is something that's huge value add for your workforce, and your dental rates will probably only increase from 1 to 3% if you were to add that provision in place. So anyway, I decide to embark on the Invisalign journey. And we typically know that the average cost for Invisalign can range anywhere from $4,000 all the way up to $8,000, depending on how much work you need with your teeth. So I started talking to my dentist and saying, hey, doc, is there a specialist or orthodontist out there that you recommend for my Invisalign treatment? And my dentist, he says, John, I actually do this. Like, you could save a ton of money if you actually do this for me. So him and I come up with, an agreed upon rate, and he walks me through the treatment plan. And it's definitely closer to the lower end of the range as opposed to the higher end of the range. Come doing it through him as opposed to an orthodontist. And then it comes time to financing. So what I ended up doing, and we're around open enrollment time last year, I decided to put a little bit of money in a limited purpose FSA. And the reason I did that is I'm enrolled in a high deductible health plan. And I really want to continue to contribute to an HSA. And while I contribute, I really want those HSA dollars to continue to grow tax free. And despite the recent stock market performance, continue to hopefully grow over time. So we ended up coming up with an agreed upon rate with my general dentist. He orders the Invisalign. We come in, we do the fittings, and really it's been great. I've been noticing that my teeth are definitely getting straighter. I probably have about another 10 weeks to go, and then I'm home free. And really, from an employee perspective, if you're thinking about Invisalign treatment, what you're going to see is there's about a 50% savings to do it through your dental plan as opposed to doing it through a cash price. What do I mean by that, John? So typically, dental plans out there, if they cover adult ortho, will give you a 50% benefit. Now, this is really, really key out there. There's going to be a cap on the total payment. So typically the cap can be anywhere between $1,500 lifetime or about $4,000 lifetime, depending on how rich the benefit is that your company offers you. So for me, my benefit cap was about $2,500. So I definitely was able to take full advantage of that 50% benefit. And then, as I mentioned before, I put some money in the limited purpose FSA, and I was able to access that all at once early in the year and really help with the cash flow out there. If you want additional information on a limited purpose FSA and whether or not it's right for you, feel free to click the video in the link below. As always, we want to hear from you. Is Invisalign something that you would actually consider in the future? And if you actually have gone through Invisalign, what was the overall experience like?